Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Daniel Rosal here. I set up a new YouTube channel recently called Daniel Rosal Plus, which is where I'm going to be uploading this video to. And the purpose of this channel is I have a main YouTube channel just called Daniel Rosal. That's the one I'm like kind of really actively managing. But I've become a huge believer, and this is really a lot of the stuff up on the channel, of what I call open sourcing information. I think that's the right word for it. Essentially, when I'm trying to figure out something, do research, or showing something I know, instead of just keeping it for myself, I'm sharing it in case it's useful for anybody else. And I think if the more people who do open source as a open source software user, it just makes life easier for everyone. It's like we all benefit from it. So the split between Daniel Rosal and Daniel Rosal Plus is going to be videos like this that are kind of more rough. I'm not gonna probably edit this. More rough and ready content, if you want to put it like that, is gonna go here, and the stuff that I work on a bit more is gonna go up on my main channel, or more important stuff. So what I'm doing today, I've been on a low-fat diet for like the past number of months. I had my gallbladder removed, so I have like I would like to think, legit medical reason for eating low fat. This is what my dietitian advised me to do, and I think she did that because I told her that's what's really helping me. I've had a lot of problems with digestion since the surgery, and getting on a low fat diet was like a huge breakthrough for me because I finally figured out something that legit helped. So I do shopping at Shufersal, which is like the main Israeli website, which is shopping website. But one thing about low fat is that, like, reading nutritional labels on the fly, I've discovered, is like I think it's best if you can avoid doing it if you're looking for specific dietary products. So what I'm doing here is just researching the various fat percentages of some items in Shufersal that I think might be useful to pick up. I have as well open here my low fat diet reference folder. So this is one reference, and it says that this low fat cutoff is 3% fat, so 3 grams. For me, I find it's not just about, it doesn't matter what fat we're talking about, just like fat in general doesn't sit well with me, whether it's so-called healthy fats like omega-3s or any kind of fat. So I'm just looking at the overall fat content. So they're using they class medium fat as 3 to 17 and high above 17.5%, or 17.5 grams per 100 grams of the product. I find it really hard to, I find it very low. It's tricky to find products that are that low fat. So I sometimes use 5%. It's gives me a little bit more flexibility, but even then it's hard. So just want to check out a few products I'm being curious about. I mean, I'm in the Shufersal green section in the freezing area, because I'm going to focus mostly on frozen foods. And what you'll see or notice is that there's not a correlation necessarily between vegetarian and vegan products and low fat. Some of the veggie and vegan burgers, which I initially assumed were low fat, are actually pretty high in fat. They're quite high in salt. So let's look at this product from Tabboul. I've been curious about these corn burgers, how much protein they actually have in them. I'm not sure what the protein was considered high or low protein, but it looked very low to me. But in terms of from a fat perspective, we have, let's see, energia, I probably missed it already somehow. Chalbonim, 3.4 grams. Yeah, I think that's pretty low in protein, 3.4% protein. Fat is 8. So you can see, even you'd think like a corn, maybe it's because it's like breaded or something, I'm not sure, but it's not super high in fat, but it's not the lowest either. It's 8% fat, so it's more than double the cutoff that's recommended by a lot of dietary authorities. Okay, now if we let's just take a look at, for instance, chicken schnitzels, right? I'm sure these guys are much higher in fat. 10. It's actually not a night and day difference, but they are a bit higher. So let's see what else we can find in. I'm just looking in the frozen section. Min hamak. I've always thought it was min hamakfia, and this brilliant addition to Google Translate now means you can actually listen to Hebrew. Hamakpi. I can't believe how many Israelis have heard me asking. Like, I've definitely asked where's the makfia before, and like no one ever corrects me. I always appreciate being corrected. So I've been saying that wrong for years. Kadore falafel. Maybe we can find falafel that is low fat. Let's check this out. Chalbonim 8% protein. That's a bit better. Shumanim is 12.4. So unfortunately, these guys are not so low fat either. So that's what I'm saying when I go through the vegetarian section. I'm like always a little bit disappointed that the stuff isn't lower fat than you'd expect. I'm gonna skip over like cheese filled pasta because I can predict it's not gonna be so low in fat. Let's just see. Oh, so these burgers I actually quite like, sort of. Veggie Burgers. This is a whole series of them by Teva Deli. They are 11% fat and 13% protein. So it'll be interesting to compare this to regular frozen burgers. Not that I want to be living on frozen food necessarily, of course. Let's check out maybe Shawarma Tivionit. Let's check out this one. 15. Wow, so there you go. So it pays to do this. That's what I'm saying. It pays to do this research at home. You would not think shawarma. Well, this is vegetarian shawarma, firstly. But here we finally found a low-fat product, 2.5% fat and 15 grams of protein. So decent amount of protein, low in fat. This guy's on the money. I wish they had a wish list functionality. I don't think they do. So I'll just take a note of this. Shawarma Tivionit. Okay, just pause the recording for a second so that I can sort of memorialize this information somewhere that I can access and print off, so that I know what products I'm going to go purchase on Sunday. Okay, so we found one. Maybe another product in this range will also be. This is Kebabonim Tivioniim. This is not bad either, 4.6. It's again a little bit over, but it's pretty decent. So this range of products actually seems to be relatively low fat. They do advertise here the protein, but they don't advertise the fat percentage. So again, this is going to be the rest of the video, is just me researching. I'll probably end up being like an hour, so feel free to stick with me if you are interested in this stuff. I'm not going to check the rest of the range. Unless, let me try, okay, so this is rice and lentils and this is quinoa. Maybe one of these products will end up being low fat and then I can buy a bunch of them. 11.2, nope. I'd guess the fat is coming from the fillers rather than the actual 11.3. Yeah, this whole range is like 11% fat, so it's actually not so. What about tofu schnitzeloni? I'm thinking no because of the bread coating. Yep, 12% fat. Kitzitzot tofu in broccoli. Broccoli 7.2. Tofu and broccoli 7.2. I'll put it in there. I should probably make a note as well of the ones that are a bit more. So this is 7.2 grams per 100 grams of fat. Okay, we are making some progress, and I'll just note for the other ones 4% fat. I can't remember if it was exactly 4, like a little bit over. I think they were about 4. I think that was actually 3.5. So we are getting there, and obviously this isn't the center of my diet. It's fruit and veg is the center of my diet, and I'm trying to cook a lot of lentils. I'm trying to cook at home as much as possible. That seems to be the best thing to do, like cook dal where you can really, Indian red lentil dal where you can really control the fat content. These are just things I want in my fridge, because what I find is that when I'm lazy and I don't want to cook myself like a nice low-fat Indian curry, that's where I'm falling down so far on my low-fat diet. I'm like ordering takeout, or I'm just like cooking something not low-fat, or I'm eating out. So that's the reason that I'm like specifically stocking up on these like frozen items, which I usually wouldn't be so crazy about. I'm sure they're not the healthiest, but if it's going to prevent me from slipping, then that's good. All right, I think we're almost done in the vegetarian aisle. I can't imagine anything like even these fake chimichurri burgers are going to be low fat. I actually also really dislike them, but let's just check anyway. 12%. So I'm seeing if anything here is actually advertised as low fat. That might be a better gambit. Mini shawarma tivioni. This stuff is also not so cheap in general, the substitute stuff. So this is this wacky stuff that I've come to actually really like. It's like kind of a soya product again. And let's check the fat. Let's check the fat. 1.3. And what's the protein content? Probably quite high in salt, I would imagine. I probably missed it at this point. They're listing biotin, like the 70 grams of protein. Wow, that's super high. So this is, okay, Ritsu oat, soya, signon, shawarma. Right, this is the thing I want to buy a lot of in that case. So there you go. This is exactly what I was looking for here. So these, what did I say? 1% fat or something like that. And high in. So that's what I'm aiming for. Low fat, high protein. Low fat, high protein, because protein keeps me filled. I'm someone who really feels like I can't eat like broccoli and I'll be hungry in like 20 minutes. So 1% fat and high I thought it said 70%. That seems like crazy high. Say 70% protein, or was that just my imagination? And this is a whole series, it looks like. So rituot soya, signon bakar, nichateit soya betzurat kanfaim. So I think it's adding these to my shopping list. Let's just see what this one turns out as. This is also 3%. Right, so this whole range is what I need to be going for. Ritsu oat, soya. Ritsu oat means in English like straps literally. But I guess chunks is probably a better translation in this case. So I'm gonna just take another screenshot of the range of these 3 different flavors so I can quickly visually identify them. It's the Ritsu oat, Rainbow. Rainbow is the range. Rainbow, Ritsu oats. So I know this research might seem a little extreme. I definitely have never done something like this before the low-fat diet. Oh, I'm an absolute fool. I've just realized this little Achuzé Schumann fat percentage selector, so I can filter on it. So why don't we do that? That would make things so much easier. So I can do that now for the rest of the products. I'm going to go up to 5% to give myself a bit more leeway, but I'll cut it off there. Right, so this has narrowed it down to 30 products. So outside of bread and, let's see, do we miss anything relevant? Interesting. So from the Teva range, there is one low-fat product, 0.7, and it says Tahun mechamutzat liachanet bolognese. So it's like, I guess it's probably like a seitan-based product. Let me get the proper translation here. Ground from the plant to make bolognese. Okay, I don't know what it is, but that's fine. We'll experiment with this product, and it's 0.7. So wow, super low fat, less than a gram of fat. I meant it to go. This is a problem of typing in Hebrew, mixing Hebrew and English. 0.7 grams. I think this is going to be the first video on my Plus channel. See, 0.7 grams fat per 100 grams product. Obviously, this video will be of no interest to anyone who doesn't live in Israel, because why else? You can't. There's no other way to shop at Shufersal. Of course, seitan is going to be low because it's just like gluten, I think, essentially. But it's probably not so high in protein. Chalbonim, 24.5. So seitan's good as well. I'm not sure yet what to do with like plain seitan, but I guess I can figure it out. So I'm going to add this to my list. Seitan. Okay, what else have we got here? Oh wow, so yeah, this range is great. I don't know what, let's just see what this range of products is actually called. I can't really read this. Amud. It's hard to read this cursive and this. Oh, here we go. This is easier. I still find it a bit hard to read, is the truth. Sidrat Hamisadot, so the restaurant series. Amud Doke? Madrin? I'm not sure. Anyway, I recognize the product packaging. So it's good to know that their stuff is actually low fat, at least some of it. So burger, Selleck classy. Selleck is celery. That does not sound good. And I hate mushroom fake burgers. Really don't like those. But this one might be a runner. All right, I'm going to stick with the shawarma. Oh, we have two more products here. Chazé Grill Simchoni from Tabboul. That makes sense. So that would be low fat because it's starting out from vegetarian. Okay, Chazé Grill Simchoni made from plants. What's the protein? What's the protein content? They have the different things. So per 100 grams, 14 grams of protein. That's actually not bad. So I'll add that to the list. And now we're done in the vegetarian section of the supermarket, except for this one thing. Techun Simchoni Tabboul. Alright, so we'll add this guy too. I'm going to try just not make this insanely long, seeing as we've already spent 60 minutes here. Okay, so that's green. That is in the green section. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else that I can stock up on? Vegan cheeses perhaps might be interesting. Let's just leave it at this. Fake milks, but you can already get low-fat regular milk, so there's no need to do that. I'm not actually vegetarian or vegan. I'm just trying to widen my options for low-fat. That's important. Okay, I don't see anything here that's probably looks good. All right, so I'm gonna go back to out of the green section and back to just the regular supermarket here. I'm gonna look for more frozen goods to just have those kind of like snacks in the fridge. And I'm also gonna just seeing as they have this filter, I just want to show mozzarella chalav ubeitzim. I show the options for low-fat cheese. So let's do again up to 5% fat. Unfortunately, you need to take the filters one by one. 0 to 1, 1 to 3, and 3 to 5. So this is all the low-fat options within the world of dairy. So you can see this is actually a pretty good place for low fat, because lots of yogurts are naturally low in fat, and we have 502 products. That's huge. There's tons and tons of yogurts. You'll find low fat cottage cheese, lots and lots of yogurt that are specifically fat free. I'll eventually get to other products here. If I keep scrolling for long enough, lots of yogurts, still lots of yogurts with those biscuit things in them. I was gonna say goat yogurt products, these milkshake things. So if you're into dairy and you don't have dairy issues, this is a great place to stock up on lots and lots of low fat snacks. 1.5% fat milk, 3% fat milk. And what else is there in dairy? We'll eventually get to like stuff like feta cheese, if I keep going. Or maybe that was the 500 products already. It doesn't make sense. Let's just see if we can filter by category. Maybe they're higher than 5%. Not sure if that makes sense. And maybe we need to go specifically to Madaf Gvinot, the cheese counter. Gvinot, I'm never too sure what this means. Deli cheeses, this is the ready to go ones, and these are the ones from the deli or from the shelf. So let's go from the shelf. Okay, yeah, this is what I was looking for. And now let's do the filtering process again. 3 to 5. I don't think we're gonna find many below that at all. Wow, this is it? 11 products. Okay, so that's good because it helps us to narrow things down. So there's this Gavina Levanat 3%. There is cottage cheese at 3% and at 1%. And there is That's pretty much it. Now let's look at the cheese counter. So I know about those products. I'm not going to put them in my little document here. Let's just see what one can get from the cheese counter that meets those the low fat criteria, 0 to 1. Wow, only one. Guvina Shemenetze team 30%. I don't know why. That's probably a mistake. It's not even. Let's do 5 to 9 and we can see. So Bulgarit 5%. So yeah, you'll get 5% cheese. I have not seen any lower than that, but there is lots of 5%. So that's kind of a good thing if you like Bulgarit cheese. All different permutations of 5% Bulgarit cheese, and you'll also get 5% labne. I love labne. So, and that's pretty much it. And this reflects my experience in the supermarket shopping over the past 3 months in Shufersal for low fat cheese. Basically, it's white cheese or labne, and that's it. So that was pretty quick. Basar uf v'dagim. Let's look at what meat options we can find. Ooh, I think we need we need to go a bit more granular in order to call up our fat percentages. I'm going to split off to a couple more tabs. Fish will definitely be our low-fat friend here, and turkey. Those are the two ones that we're going to be looking for. Whoops, I don't mean to go into a new window. So where were we? Motzer basar. So I wanted ala eish. Ready, fast preparation food. And this is barbecue supplies, so that's not relevant. But this will be relevant. Now let's go back to our fat percentage. So this is very good that they have this. It's excellent, in fact. 3 to 5 is the lowest one. So in the chicken world, chicken counter. So this product, Grill Chazi Of Teri, is only 3% fat, and Schnitzlonim Of Amitiim. Okay, so that's good to know. So I'm definitely going to put these guys into my document. Chazi Of Amiti. So I think these are frozen, if I'm not mistaken. And it's from this company called Mama Of. Oh, Mama Of. Okay, Mama Of. So Mama Of. I'm going to just do this one too because it's easier. So they have the fat percentage advertised on the packaging. So this just makes it easier for me to quickly scan the shelf if I know what I'm looking for, you know. Okay, so that's great. So we have 2 products there. In red meat, it's going to be very hard to find, but let's see what we bring up. We've only got one, and it is roast beef egel reshet. I don't know what this product is. Roast beef? Really? 3% fat? I think that might be a steak. I'm not going to rely on this. Okay, fish is going to be more prosperous for our low fat ways. I'm going to do 0 to 1, 1 to 3. What are we? 23 minutes on the video runtime. Okay, filet amnon, filet sol kafua, and filet bent. So I'm just going to drop these guys in. I don't remember the English anymore for some of these. Amnon. I think it's cod. Oh, tilapia, yeah. Okay. So frozen tilapia, filet sol kafua, sol, and filet benta. One sec. I'm just going to have to copy this one because it's too many words at this hour of the day. Filet bentan minuked b'magash. The fillet dotted with a tray. I'm not sure what that is. It's definitely right. So it's some kind of, I don't know, some kind of fish. That doesn't look so appealing to me. So I'll just do sole and tilapia. That'll be good. Makes sense. They're white fish. That they would be low fat. All right. This is like the burger aisle, or barbecue aisle, as Israelis call it, al ha'esh. So again, 1 to 3 and 3 to 5, and we have 12 products to choose from. Not too bad. Not as bad as I was expecting. In fact, Shufersal Grill, they have their own product here called Minot Shawarma Pargit. What's Minot? Is Manot or means something slightly different? Minot. Heresy. Definitely does not mean heresy. There must be some different meaning for it. It's wrong letter. Minot. My keyboard. What the hell is going? All right, there we go. Oats shawarma. Minute shawarma. Oh, like mini little chunks of shawarma. That makes more sense. Okay. Minute shawarma. It's a transliteration of minute in English. Got it. Minute shawarma, like quick cook shawarma. 4.6, not bad. And those would go in the air fryer. So minute shawarma. Dak dak. Dak dak means like thinly sliced. Okay, again, I'm just gonna call up the packaging. It's just gonna make it a bit easier. So it's already a 9-page document, so I'll just maybe open this on my phone. Oh, they have some like copyright protection, so I'm just gonna screenshot it. There we go. Cool. And I really like supporting companies when they do their like own grill range, like the Shufersal range of products. Okay, what else do we have? Shipudei shawarma doesn't look so appealing to me. I don't like me'orav Yerushalayim. Steak of kafua arroz. Chicken steaks. 3% fat, not bad. And it's Ma'adne Tele is the company. Okay. I'm not going to write down these fat percentages because I'll just kind of, these are all coming in okay. It's actually more predictable with non-vegetarian products, I find, because like I know turkey's a lean meat, whereas with the veggie burgers and stuff like that, it seems to be it's so variable in terms of like how different the presentation could be. So this is a plancha range that I actually just bought this the other day. And what did I say the percent was? 4%. Yeah, really not bad. So not that shawarma would be what you want to be eating, frozen shawarma for like every meal necessarily, but it is pretty tasty, and it's so definitely oops, and do this again. So this range is low fat. So shawarma, pargit. Probably some products in that range are not going to fall into low fat territory, but like ritzuot rib entrecote. Surprising that they can make a steak product low fat, or maybe it's just coming up because it's like in the series. Oh, because it's part of the deal. So let's just see the fat percentage here. 4, actually still not bad. I don't know, maybe because it's dehydrated. I'm not sure. And that's it. So actually, this plancha range is pretty good. And there's shawarma rib, shawarma pargit, and ritzuot rib entrecote. So I'm just gonna actually let me get out a tiny bit more. I'm just gonna screenshot, maybe just like put a little box so it's easier for me to identify these 3 and this. Okay, and put this here. All right, we're getting there. What is this section? Oh yeah, fast prep products, kind of junk, really kind of junky stuff, but let's just see anyway what we can find that meets our criteria here. Okay, interesting. There is one. Chazi of B'tebul barbecue. Wouldn't have guessed. And these are things that can be really easily thrown into an air fryer, which is one of my great loves in life. So I'll just turn this guy, close that tab down now. So this chicken mama range, whatever they call it, seems to be actually quite good. I'm actually going to just screenshot the whole selection of them because there's lots. Actually, surprised to see so many options in this row. This one is Chagigat Asiatit Lehakpatsa. Does not mean a celebration. Asian celebration Lehakpatsa. My Hebrew is a work in progress. For bouncing, for jumping, I'm not sure. I could look up that in Morphix to see what we're looking for here. Imyara code. Okay. Oh, so there's veg and bits of chicken, and you can just like. That's an interesting concept for a frozen product. Chicken together with veg, so literally just chuck it into the air fryer. May as well. And I'm gonna have to try these one by one because our freezer is not that big. So I won't I'm gonna end up probably buying 1 or 2 or 3 of these, but keep the stock for future and then just buy what I like best, I guess. Chazi off beteboul barbecue. Oh, we added that one already. Grill chazi off teri. Okay, so these guys, I like that because it'll make it easier to see the fact they have the 3% fat thing displayed prominently on the product packaging. Grill chazi off tari. So I'm just gonna again put it there. 30 minutes into the low-fat I should call this virtual low-fat shop in Shufersal. That's what I'll call this video. It's a virtual low-fat shop in Shufersal. Oh yeah, we did this. So I guess very sadly there's no fast fish options that meet the category because the lowest we can filter on is 5%. So that's a bummer. Bread is not high in fat, so that's fine. Alcohol is not applicable because it doesn't have fat in it. I think this is already going to be replicating what we got before. This category will not. Ochel mukhan, pre-prepared food, which is not actually such a big thing in Israel. And then they have this thing. I may as well just make this video thorough if I'm going to all this hassle. So I'm going to keep going. Feel free to turn off at any time because this is research I'm doing not just for tomorrow but for coming weeks. All right, I think we've seen most of these products already. The frozen blah blah blah. Yeah, there's nothing new to see here. In the ready-made pasta area, it will be interesting to see, do we have anything that meets our low-fat standards? Look at this, we do, but a lot of these might be sauces or not. Okay, 43 options. How could a lasagna be low-fat? That doesn't make sense to me. Some of this does not make sense. Let me just verify this. Shumanim, it's 5%. It's not the worst. That's nowhere near as high fat as I was expecting, and 17 shekels is not a bad price. Am I missing something here? Barotev in a sauce? I find the world of low fat to be very astounding. Some products are surprisingly high in fat. It doesn't seem to be what you'd expect. Oh, so I guess, yeah, some of these dishes that have like ravioli and they're mostly, I guess that makes sense if it's a low fat cheese. And it's like, this is cheese and spinach, so maybe there's just like quite a lot of spinach in it. 3.6 is really low, is decently low in fat. So this is why this research is worthwhile, because I would not have guessed these things just intuitively. There's too many here. Shuit. Oh, that makes with bakar. Really? Shuit and bakar? 3.3. I guess I'll double check these on the actual aisle in case it was an error in terms of putting them into their computerized system. It probably wasn't. This is a surprisingly fruitful. So pasta is a surprisingly fruitful place to shop. Whoops. I'm just gonna do these and highlight these because I recognize these from the pasta shelf. What else do we have here? Noodles. I haven't come across this one before, I don't think. Oh yeah, it says new product. And unlike most frozen noodles, these are pretty low fat, 2.7%. And oh, I guess they're vegetarian. They're not doesn't have chicken in it, so that makes a bit more sense. Added. All right, that was everything pretty much there as far as I could see. I'm gonna break for a moment. All right, we're back in action. Got some water here. So, let me just clip my lav mic back on here. Yeah, not really seeing anything of interest or balance here. Oh, except these kitziot. Kadere falafel, kitzitzot. 12. Wait, why are these coming up? Oh, we haven't done the filtering yet. 0, 1, 3 to 5. Yeah, nothing of relevance. So we're getting to the end. Let's check in this aisle or product category. 0 to 1, 3 to 5. I think we've seen all these. We've seen all these products. Okay. So I think that might be it. This wasn't really that long to go through pretty much the whole Shufersal catalog, I must say. I'll do the same maybe for Rami Levy in a separate video. But maybe not, because I personally just prefer shopping in Shufersal. I try to avoid going to Rami Levy, and I like the fact that Shufersal have the nutritional info up. I don't know if Rami Levy have that on their website. Pasta is going to be low fat with itself, so I'm going to skip this. Definitely a great source. Like, when you add stuff to pasta, you can obviously it can become very fatty, but just by itself. So there's no real low fat. Most of it's low fat, I would say. Basic food products, baking supplies, no. I'm looking for the cereal aisle. Which one did I go into here? Maracot, soups. Yeah, these will probably be low fat, but I don't really like these kind of pre-made soups. They're full of MSG and junk like that, so I never buy these, and I don't intend starting. Out of curiosity, let's just see what we can find. The soup mixtures are low fat, but yeah, these products don't look that do not look that appealing. But I guess it's good to know that if you do want to go for low fat instant noodles, ramen basically, even those do exist. Again, I'm a little bit skeptical. Really? How can you make a ramen that's actually low in fat? It says it's 3% fat here. I guess. What did I say I wanted? Cereals. Where will we find cereal? Oh, I just saw cereal. I saw breakfast cereal a second ago. Here we go. Daganim v'chatifei daganim, which means grains and grain snacks. So these are probably quite good because you've got some of those like healthy protein snacks, or so they claim to be healthy. And in cereals, again, your popular conceptions of health food are not reliable because, for instance, granola is generally not high in fat. So within cereal, actually, stuff like cornflakes is pretty low fat just because, it's basically just corn, I think. So make a note of that. I actually use bran flakes most. So you can have a low fat breakfast by combining something like cornflakes and milk. So it doesn't have to be rocket science to follow a low fat diet, actually. Cheerios, interesting. But again, when you're looking for low fat, the pitfall, and that's why I think a lot of people turn against the low fat diet. Again, I'm not doing it for health reasons or because I think it's healthy. I'm doing it because I have no gallbladder. But I think that was a lot of the problem why low fat fell out of favor, was people would end up eating a ton of really sweet products, like probably Frosties are quite sweet. Some of these are definitely packed full of sugar, and they'd end up actually gaining weight and then saying, oh, low fat is stupid. But I don't think that's fair. It's more, you can't blame the fact that the substitute products were not healthy. Bran flakes, good to know. What's their fat content out of interest? Let's see. 2.7, about what I'd expect. The wheat germ would add a bit more. So that's good. I already have those. Definitely. So bran flakes with extra protein could be actually a good one to have. They are still low fat. They're still 2.4. So actually that's interesting. I guess it's probably artificially supplemented, but that's actually probably something I should pick up. Lots and lots of options here, as you can see, but surprisingly, conspicuously absent is porridge, because oatmeal is actually not that low in fat. If I take away all the options for all the fat filtering options, I expect we will find oatmeal in this product category. Well, we definitely have granola in this product category, as you can see. So this is really the power of online shopping, is you can filter. It's so much easier than looking at a shelf with all these things on it and then trying to say, oh, this is low fat. That's reading, label after label, let's say. We're gonna get down to our oatmeal soon. Anyway, it's not really relevant. So, and also notice none of these cereal bar products actually made the cut, because a lot of them are filled with nuts. So if we see Shumanim 17.8, wow, that's really high fat. So again, you'd be surprised at the fat content of a lot of things. All right, wait, did we see porridge just out of curiosity? And if so, what was yeah, we did. We did. Quick cook oats, for instance, are saying they come in at 8% fat. So there you go, 8.4 grams of fat. All right, cereals are done. That's done. Cakes, I don't think we're going to find much of. Pharmacy products, not relevant, not a foodstuff. Likewise, cleaning supplies. We did Oats Bamicarer, health in the freezer. Crackers, you're going to find lots of low-fat options within crackers, so I'm going to not do those. I'm not sure exactly what they're trying to group together here in this health in the fridge product category, but let's just see if there's anything low-fat that looks interesting here. Again, I'm going to go up to 5% and just see what we can find. So we can find seitan, which we've already seen. We've yogurts, we've already seen. Fruit juices, which is no surprise, and that's pretty much it. So nothing really additional there. Pet supplies, not relevant. And let me just do a quick run through again to make sure I haven't missed anything. I probably have missed a few things because I'm basically trying to cover the whole range of a supermarket in this video, but just to try to make it logical by focusing on the products that you may be unsure about. So again, this is for myself, but I'm just, as I said at the start of this video, open sourcing the information because something I just really believe in, and maybe someone else wants to shop in Shufersal, and this video will help you to know what kind of products to keep an eye out for. Of course, the product range is going to change as well over time, so this will not be relevant for all that long, but it's probably relatively stable as well in terms of... Yeah, I think we're pretty much done. Again, I'm skipping fruits and veg because that generally doesn't have fat or minimal fat. All right, that's it for this video. Hope it was useful for someone, and thanks for watching.